What's up everyone, welcome to another episode of Gambit's Guide, and today we are gonna go through the Umarex HK416A5 GBBR. Did you know that the 416A5 GBBR actually features the same internals as the VFC Forging Series M4? So, pushing the pin out from the rear, crack open the receiver, pull the challenger handle back, you'll have access to the bolt. This GBBR actually had the same adjustable FPS feature just like the Forging series. I already made another episode of Gambit's Guide a while back on how to adjust the FPS on that, and you can watch it over here. Now, all Forging series actually come with an adjustable bolt, meaning you can adjust the FPS of your GBB rifles by pushing off this pin, take it apart, take out the bolt. Take the hex key that comes with it, place it at the center, in here. Now, turn it clockwise for less FPS and turn it counterclockwise for more. So, now with this system, you can actually just need one GBBR and you can use it for both indoors and outdoors. Moving on, let's take a look at the buffer. Now, in most M4 GBBR, there's nothing special with the buffer spring or the buffer itself. Most GBBR, if you look at the buffer at the very end of it, usually you will see a very tough small piece of rubber at the very end. But over here in this buffer, you'll see that it actually has a metal piece. Now, although it's a metal piece, inside it's actually spring-loaded. So VFC believes that this will improve the longevity of the buffer itself, and it'll also help make the bolt cycle smoother. Is that really the case? Time will tell. Now, next thing, I'd like to talk about the trigger. Let me put these back together and let's go through the trigger. Alright, after putting it back together, let's take a look at the trigger now. So internally, everything has been reinforced with steel. So the trigger actually feels very, very nice. The reset, very audible, very crisp, and a very tactile reset. But the trigger pull though, it's a bit light for my personal liking. However, the break point is very pronounced and you can feel it right there. There's no slack at all on the trigger. I'm not a fan on how the trigger has a little vibration after you pull because of the spring inside. I'm sure when you're shooting it, you actually don't feel it, but when you're dry firing it, you may see what I mean. It's after, when you're holding the trigger, you'll feel the vibration. But I'm sure when shooting, you won't feel it. Dry fire, possibly. Everything, I'm sure Mark has mentioned that it's ambidextrous. However, if you have bigger hands like myself, you'll notice that pressing the mag release, you have to curl your index finger. But if you want to press the bolt release, this is going to be a problem. Notice how far it is for me, and if I want to one hand lock the bolt back, it's rather difficult. I have to completely let go of my hand to do so, or I actually have to do the traditional way by holding the bolt lock on the other side and do it anyways. Releasing it, personally, I'd rather use the bolt release, but that's my personal preference, and for those who have big hands, something you guys need to pay attention on. And that's all for Gambit's Guide. Thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next episode of RWTV. Gambit's Guide in RWTV. Actually, director, is this considered RWTV or it's Gambit's Guide's own thing? Huh? No? No. Whatever this is. But thank you for watching, and hopefully I can let you guys know more about tech tips in Gambit's Guide. Can we make this in an episode? You know, my video is always hidden. People can't really find me. I'm not a fan of having Tim and Mark always taking the spotlight, you know? Like, can we have a talk actually? Yeah, can we talk about this?